Welcome back, live to Two Alphas Talk. And today we're going to talk about the Purge and the
Ooh.
credit cards, Visa, MasterCard, and the firearm industry, and UPS, and FedEx on how they are approaching the gun industry. So on we're broadcasting live on YouTube, the Two Alphas Talk, and also on Facebook, Sabertune Tactical LLC, and Twitch, Sabertune Tactical 19. And before we go any farther, we're going to go ahead and thank our sponsors who's hosting the show, and that is Saber Team Tactical. Saber Team Tactical is a firearm tactical training company, and you just type in saberteamtactical.com and go to the top right, and you see we got classes, and we have our favorites.
Yep, and one of our most popular is private one-on-one training. We had a small group out there today who did very well. They were very ambitious, to say the least, and it was one of the things where make an assessment, and the person, Reggie, was one of them, and he hadn't shot a gun in 2 weeks, and he was showing it. But before the end of the day, he was really confident. I mean, I was for his progression in such a short period of time because he listens very well. And
Right.
he got stuff together.
And,
So we got the last two classes of the year.
mm-hmm.
They're coming up October 8th and November 12th.
And I want to tell you about these classes, guys. If you're hesitant about getting in these classes, don't, because I'm working on a large group to get involved and to get into these classes. So I'm planning on filling them up. And because the rifle medical class is not limited to class size, but the rifle tactical gear is limited to six people only, besides our instructors who come out there. And so if you're gonna get in, you got to get in now.
Yep.
That's all I got to say.
And when I was telling one of our reoccurring students, I was telling him the same thing, that when you take that rifle and tactical class, it's almost like a private lesson. It's small groups. So if you bring a friend, you work with that person. If you don't bring a friend, you work with somebody stranger. But we're all doing the same thing. We're all learning the same thing at the same time. So it pretty much keeps everything even.
Yeah, you'll make a friend out there on the range.
Exactly.
Yeah. Now, also too, got an online store. You'll see a little gray bar says online store, and click on that, and it'll take you to the online store. You got Saber Tactical swag and flag carriers, medical supplies, all kinds of goodies. I will be making a decision on November on this site if this is going to go down or it's going to go a full laser site or just carry medical supplies and plate carriers and laser equipment. So either the site's going to stay up or it's going to go down. I haven't figured out yet, but if you guys want to support the site. All right, thank you. And let's get into the show. We you guys, hey Reggie, WK. So you guys, how we're gonna do the show? The format how we're doing the show is just like before. You got questions, answers, go ahead and put them. But while we're in a roll and talking about the subjects at hand, we're not going to stop and answer the questions till at the end. Then we'll start reading some of the streams, but I will put them on air and so you guys stuff will be seen. All right. So let's get into Illinois, the Purge. And I know you guys have been hearing about it a lot, but Illinois, we went out and pulled up the bill itself. And surprisingly, there's a few black folks out there saying this bill is not the Purge. But what we have read and seen, this bill is actually the Purge. So, which one is it? Let's see. Illinois criminal justice information. There it is. Boom. All right. There it is right here. And let me go to the title. And it's called the 2021 Safety Act. and Rules of Responsibility and Safety Act. This bill was passed. When was this bill passed? Um, can't remember when this bill was passed. Uh,
Does it say it at the top?
no, it doesn't say it at the top. This is not the actual.
No, it's not the bill. That's from
This is
their
the
Justice
Criminal
Center.
Justice Department. Yeah,
Right.
and
It's like a synopsis.
right, and it just summarized the bill and
Mm-hmm.
offers. It gives a easier to read. The bill is actually 800 pages. Yeah, you don't have time to actually read the whole 800 pages, but you can go here and find some of the information. Where was that information we was reading at, Al?
Going down.
Oh, keep going down.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, oh, here it is.
There you go.
Highlights.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it abolishes cash bails and prevent the risk assessment for being a solo basis for detaining a decision to inform and accuse a person of that of the tool with section 38. um let's see. Oh, establish the domestic violence work group notification. Yeah, this doesn't break down as much as I thought, but basically this is the most important right here. The abolish the cash bail. Let's go to section 37. And so convention purpose highlights. Yeah, you read this off just minutes ago. I can't
Mm-hmm.
remember where you read it off at. This is not it. Not it. Not it. Not it. Not it. Not it. Boom, 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 boom. Bear with me, people.
Go all the way back to the front. It's the use of force at the very top.
Yeah,
It
I
says
think
in the area of use of force, the Act offers new standards for when police use force.
that's the Areas of Use of Force Act.
Mm-hmm.
Here. All right. Here we go. Officers' new standards when police use force required basically takes all the power away from police officers. Require police officers provide aid after use of force, which is you've seen that happen.
Mm-hmm.
Requires officers to intervene if other officers are using unauthorized excessive force. So that can be kind of fishy, you know, especially if they're trying to apprehend somebody who's very dangerous. Then it gets into where the person punches a police officer in the face and police officer swings them back. Now you're gonna pull that police officer off instead of trying to subdue that person.
Mm-hmm.
So um prohibits police to access any military equipment surplus.
That's
Uh
crazy.
yeah.
All those MRAPs and other Humvees and big vehicles that they use even in inclement weather to go save people, not necessarily for riot control.
Well,
Now,
it also should hinder the SWAT team from having automatic AR-15s. Well, automatic M16s
mm-hmm.
or M4s. So that's going to stop that too. Requires a publishing of any purchase request. Basically, they got to uh, show proof of anything they purchase.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, okay, expands the guidelines required for body worn cameras to whom may access, review, and delete footage.
Dang.
That's yeah, you can say that damn because
Yeah.
most departments have been releasing body armor footage. Now,
Mm-hmm.
notice some departments, like some of these guys, these social justice warriors, be going out harassing the police and stuff. You've seen them on YouTube, and so their footage is not released to the general public. It's only by request because it's not a what's that word you guys use all the time? What police officers use?
Request.
No, not request.
What do
It's
you
not
mean?
a high. Like it's a
Priority?
yeah, priority violent crime. They only release it to the public when it's like a questionable violent crime.
Right.
Right. Um, now
In most cases, they cover their own ass.
they cover their own ass.
Right.
Right.
And I mean, think about it. If you got information, you're not going to give it out immediately. You review it first, and then if it's in the middle, okay, with that, if it benefits you, definitely. But if it's in the middle, you kind of look at it and you make a decision as to whether this what they're saying is just everything. Everything shouldn't be seen by everyone. It's that simple. Because in many cases, people don't understand what they're looking at. The first thing they say was he's unarmed, but that unarmed person can be shot.
Mm-hmm.
As simple as
And
that.
um, can you guys hear Al all right? I'm having a hard time hearing him.
You had a hard time hearing me.
Yeah.
Oh,
There you go. Now
I'm
you
maxing.
get a little louder there, brother.
Okay, you asked
So,
for it.
so basically, from what I'm reading off this bill, it has nothing to do with the criminals. It's basically chastising the law enforcement officials from doing their jobs. And also, too, you're looking at crisis intervention. So, de-escalation, use of force, high-risk traffic stops. Um, it's just they got all this stuff they're supposed to deal with, but yet you have a person that's going to be in a car when they stop in a traffic stop that pulls a gun on them, try to kill them,
Right.
and try to put them down. And now they got to sit there and try to figure out, okay, do I de-escalate? Was I racist or was I whatever? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it's a lot that they got to deal with. And the criminal is going to be let scot free if any of their rights get violated. Um,
They're going to be let scot free based upon the judge's decision to say, okay, he doesn't get in.
mm-hmm.
He doesn't need a bond.
Right. And I'm trying to come in on
And
that.
it's going to be more restrictive for what judges can put bonds on people.
Right. And they got look at this. They got this is and everybody know about these guys. Mandate use of force reporting to the FBI National Use of Force Database.
Mm-hmm.
Now you got the criminal is gonna be watching
Right.
watching these guys, and who trusts these guys?
Mm-hmm.
No one. You know,
Right.
and if you got a bad rapport of these guys, they're gonna set
Make
you
your
up.
life miserable.
Oh yeah. And here's another one. Required reporting of deaths in police custody due to use of force. So if they, I don't with the highlighted stuff that's on the police today, I don't think they're trying to cover up a lot of deaths. Well, remember that woman that fell out the car?
Mm-hmm.
They wasn't trying to cover it up. They just said, hey, she fell out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, he didn't lock the door. They even said it. It wasn't.
In death custody, right? Or murder or whatever way you want to hear it.
Mm-hmm.
How do you cover that up with all the cameras? I mean, maybe in a cell block area, but what are you going to do with the body?
Exactly. Yeah, it's no, and then everybody's wearing body cams, and the cars got it's recording audio and video too. It's like, come on, it's no way you can cover it up.
Right.
So, uh, so basically, this bill is nothing more than going against the police officers. This is an anti-police bill. So it has nothing to do with the purge and the criminals, but the purge is going to be set forth when the criminals use this, read this, and you're going to get these jackleg lawyers is going to be saying, well, they violated your rights here. They violated your rights here. And remember, they already said there's no cash bond. Right. So you're going to be let free on what any violation that you do.
Mm-hmm.
So, and if the police did anything that was violated your rights, that police is subject to be put in jail,
Mm-hmm.
sued, or fired
Right.
without um, without even probably going through an investigation.
Well,
You
they're
know.
gonna go through an investigation, but the process of going through the investigation is hard. It's
Hmm.
not easy.
Right. Yeah. This is it's a horrible bill. You know, and
I don't see the progression of it.
no, there's nothing. Oh, look at this. Provide people in custody up to 3 phone calls within 3 hours.
Wow. It sounds like an arrestee made all of these.
Yeah. I
It's
hope
like
they give the people a back rub while they're in there, and a foot massage.
a little massage.
Right. And probably a conjugal visit while they're in there too. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Because boy, this is
Hmm.
interesting.
And imagine this is just the summary.
This is just a summary. And they don't even go into the depth of what you can be released for. I haven't seen that. Uh, but there's also the abolished cash bond right there. And boy, this is crazy. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Criminal first degree murder charge. I think these are terms right here.
And there's also no violation for people who assault public officials.
Right.
That's the one that got me because that my first thing is
That's police.
how do you continue to hire or who wants to sign up for that job after this?
Right.
You have no protections against yourself.
Right. So basically, what's going to happen is you get stopped by a traffic stop, and you're going to be like, and instead of saying don't, court is not on the side of the road, court will be conducted on the side of the road. And when you escalate and the police escalate and the police, I'm not signing that ticket or whatever, and the police just step out of the car, sir or ma'am. And I ain't getting out of the car. And then they escalate. Then now you're going to go in full fisticuff against them because it's going to be perceived to the legal system, according to this, that you're trying to defend yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, there's no charges being brought at all.
No, there's no charges.
You
So if
can
you
slap
hurt,
the taste out of the mouth of
maim,
a cop and be fine.
right, and or even do worse,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to be totally set free.
Well, not
There's,
set free, but it's
you'll have a
very
charges, but
lenient.
you won't go to jail.
Right. It's very
Yeah.
lenient. I mean, I don't get it. I
Right.
don't know what Shangri-La they're looking for with doing this other than the purge. We know what I haven't looked up. I just thought about it.
What's up?
The people who say this is a good thing.
There's
I haven't looked
somebody,
it up.
yeah, somebody sent me something on Instagram saying uh, it was it was a good thing, and this was a good thing because and based on from what they seen, it's because our people are being killed at a record number amount, even though they're killing themselves at a record number amount. Is trying to say this is a good thing to defend them and all this other good stuff. And boy, it's given. What's going to happen when the police just say, you know what, we all going to quit?
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, look, there was a
Yeah.
place in North Carolina, and they have a new county commissioner or whatever, who the hell is in charge of the police, came in, and the entire police force just quit because the chief was the chief was a jerk. And
Right.
the lady that came in, she's black, and she held him accountable, and he didn't want to be held accountable.
So
But he
that's
a
what
good
it
old boy.
was.
Yeah, he was a good old boy, and he had all them guys walk out. And yeah, she was tough, but she was trying to get the city straight. They were losing a lot of money through this agency, and this dude was very lax. If all those guys
Okay.
quit for that,
But they
because
fired
had-
her. She got fired.
Right. Well, she came into a hostile situation. I guess she thought she was gonna clean up house. But when you look at the details, everything that she wrote him up for, everything that she pretty much sanctioned him for, she can validate because she was much smarter than he was. And she had pretty much a track record, and it was only like a month, but she had kept notes on his ass. And
Mm.
then from there, when she left, or when these guys got mad, the chief got mad, and all his boys rolled out with him.
It was only
Um,
4 of them.
right. Well,
Yeah.
they all left. I mean, can you imagine? It takes a lot for me to say, you know what, I'm with you.
So,
I'm leaving too because you got a problem with somebody.
so it was a racial tension going on
Oh yeah, because he
between
didn't
the
want to
two.
be led by a woman, and I'm sure he probably didn't want to be led by a black
Uh,
woman. It is what it is. I mean,
yeah, it is what it is. Yeah. Um, yeah, that's funny. Um, let's go into our next topic here. And the next one is we're going to talk about the credit cards. You guys are aware Visa, MasterCard have started to flag the use of uh, if you guys use your cards to purchase ammunition, firearms online or in the store. So then what they're going to do, they're going to take that and put it into a database and turn it over to the FBI. And so as of I think it was September 14th, the they were being challenged. It was over 100 senators. Yeah, September 14th, 100 senators wrote the CFO of Vista, and they're asking why are they putting a merchant category code MCC on people's credit card purchases, and basically by doing this, you will be going after law-abiding citizens, and the credit card company will be creating law. Now, if you guys look here, this has been widely reported by American Express, MasterCard, and Visa did not support this application. So Visa is the only ones right now who are not doing this so far, but American Express, MasterCard is. And so it, when is Visa going to get on board and start doing it too? So Visa stated they believe by asking payment networks to serve a moral authority, which deciding legal goods can or cannot be purchased, set a dangerous precedence. That's what Visa said.
mm-hmm.
Okay, and they would not agree. We would not agree more. So, but these other guys, the other institutions, are actually doing it now. Now this goes with the credit card sales. Now you have to think about this. Why did they all of a sudden band together and do this all at once? Now, what they're doing, the credit
Well,
card.
one of the reasons is that a bunch of gun control activists argued that a separate category for sales at gun shops will help track suspicious quantities of firearm sales. This is coming directly from an article
Okay.
that could potentially lead to a mass shooting. A week before the 2016 Pulse nightclub mass shooting in Orlando, Florida, the gunman purchased more than $26,000 worth of guns and ammunition using credit cards, allegedly.
Now, you know how many people who are on that anti-gun control committee? It's 28.
Mm-hmm.
So, and now
they're not idiots.
They're not idiots. So now we have over 100 senators, and I'm gonna show you their names at the end. Have signed this letter and going after these guys to make them stop, because once they get this information, the next step is red flag transactions on the guns and ammunition sales.
You asked who put the pressure on them. Based on this one, it's New York City officials had put pressure on the ISO and banks to adopt the new code.
Well, it says it right here,
sales.
Especially concerning New York City Attorney General Letitia James. She's a part of it. She's heading it, and she's 100% anti-gun. And but then you got
she has a security detail.
Oh yes, she does. Yeah, everybody knows this. She does. So what they're trying to do is stop by putting this letter forth. They're trying to say, okay, Visa, are you planning on doing this, or are you not planning on doing this? You know what I'm saying? And so far, they said back and they said no. So, but Mastercard and American Express is going forth and doing this now. Also, who else has been doing this too? Uh, Facebook has also your private messages in Facebook in the past year or so. They have been giving them over to FBI and all your private messaging that they deem to be suspicious,
Where
and
did
they
it come from?
that came from somewhere else. I'm just throwing that in because Big Brother's been watching everybody for a while. I that came out in the hearing that happened last week. We'll probably have that on next week's show if I can find the information on it. Uh, I just thought of it. It just popped in my mind when I was reading this. You know what I'm saying? And so this is this directly goes against the Second Amendment because the only people who are buying firearms or credit cards and ammunition are law-abiding citizens. Criminals do not use this system.
Or what
You know,
about somebody that say the straw purchases?
straw purchasing, yeah, they do it, but so what? Yeah, it's their right. You
No,
know,
a straw purchase is illegal.
I know it's still until they're caught. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If you know you're breaking the law and you're doing it intentionally, you're gonna get caught. And when you get caught, you just gotta be prepared to accept the consequences. You see what I'm saying?
Well, I would imagine that's what criminals do, but I'm
Right.
saying that's one of the things of what you just said in reference to everything
How are
prior
you
to
gonna
that.
know if I'm doing a straw purchase when I'm purchasing something
That's my
online?
point. That they're
What if
saying
I
this.
purchase? What if I purchase? What if I go
Mm-hmm,
to a website and I
mm-hmm,
purchase two handguns? Well, purchasing two handguns automatically puts you on the ATF list, and a AR. Then I buy a case of ammunition.
right.
I'm automatically flagged. ATF's coming to my house now. Why are you buying this stuff? You know what I'm saying? Now, here's all the senators that jumped on this. You guys might recognize some of the names, and but they all put their names on it. They all signed it
Mm-hmm.
in concern for the Second Amendment. And this is huge that the credit card companies did this, but it's also huge. These guys jumped on it and started fighting back immediately. You know,
Yeah,
and
it's also said that MasterCard would decline online cigar purchases. Now they got me messed up.
what? When was this?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, yeah.
Right.
So it's
This is coming from someone that had it happen to them.
oh, you serious?
Yeah.
Right now, this is huge right here. So we gotta really keep on top of your senators and stuff like that, guys. This is why I say get us your local elections, jump on these people, and make them do what they need to do. You know what I'm saying? But see, the pressure they did this because the pressure is coming from the people. So the people jumped up and called their representatives, and the representatives jumped up and got on this real quick. So, which is a good thing. And that's why I say when something happens, don't sit back, get with your boys and start talking. Get on the internet and start contacting these folks and let them know what's going on. You know,
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
yeah. Local politicians is the way to go. And remember, you got a House representatives, federal and local, and state. So you can contact them both if they're not blue, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But if
Yeah,
they
but
blue,
it'll
they ain't
change.
listening to you.
They're
You
not
know,
listening. Yeah, but
they're
I
not
mean,
going to listen to you.
they're not going to change course.
No,
They already have a narrative and a script to play by.
right.
And
And,
what you just said with the credit card and the firearms, it leads into the next one because
oh yeah, it
it
leads
seems like
into our
it's a
next one.
multiple front.
Yeah, it's a multiple front going on, and they're
Mm-hmm.
really trying to go after guns heavily.
Yep.
But
Because
before we
if
do
you,
that, we're gonna go ahead and
oh yeah,
air our commercial break, and we're gonna jump into the next topic, which is gonna be UPS, and we got a little thing that's gonna blow your mind on that one.
mm-hmm.
It really is
Remember you
because
guys on Instagram. Come
I
on
often
over
get the
to
question, why train with
IG,
Sabre Team? And one of the things that Sabre Team, we
YouTube,
yep.
teach you
Twitch.
from the basics on up. We
Come
get
on over, guys, on
beginning
IG.
classes, we get the
Go to
fundamentals
shutting
in
that
play,
down.
we get sight alignment, sight mark, all your marksmanship principles in. We move forward from there, and we do advanced and intermediate training where we actually start teaching how to fight with a gun. That's the difference between shooting a gun and fighting with a gun. When you're fighting with a gun, you're trying to make hits. When you're shooting a gun, you're looking for bullseyes. We teach you how to move, get off the X, not move in a parallel motion, not be a robot.
When you get your grip, you're riding that down.
Oh.
So what I'm going to do for you is what I do when I have guns like that.
Okay.
Put your thumb right there.
Gotcha.
It's going to take some work and effort for you to get it there. When you dry fire at home, get that thumb on the outside. Go, 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 go. There you go. Get it. Good.
So if you decide that you want to carry a gun, you just bought a new gun and you're ready to go, you need to come out and train. Whether it's with Sabre Team or somebody else that's vested and vetted and has the knowledge and information that you need. And how do you find that? You reach out to them, you speak to them, you ask them serious questions about what they've done to get to a level of proficiency that will be able to transmit or transfer to you. At Sabre Team, we've taken classes from everybody with big names, all the big names, you name it, and we've probably been to one of those training courses to learn how to fight with a gun. And then we then turn around and teach our students the same thing. So we implore everyone to come out and shoot with Sabre Team because we are learning every day. We are the lifestyle of firearms and the Second Amendment, as well as self-defense. That's the key. You just can't shoot everybody. And we teach you who to shoot and how to shoot them.
Remember that last part? You can't shoot everybody. But I do carry 7 to 8 magazines. So, yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, I always like that part when you say that. Because I remember when we was on the range, you always just said, but I used to tell you some stuff, and you were like, you look at me, you can't everybody. I was like, what this dude? Oh my God. Let's answer some questions. Oh, I can't hear you, Al. Oh my God. Say something.
I said, yeah, most of the
Oh,
time your solution was always ending
I know.
with deploying ammunition.
Yeah, a lot of it.
Mhm.
Let's answer some of these questions before we get into the next topic
Good
here.
job.
Samurai. I have a
Good
turncoat
evening, by the
Republican.
way. I was telling Samurai good evening.
Oh yeah, good evening. Thanks for coming on. And everybody else, thank you for coming on supporting the channel too. You have a turncoat. I have a turncoat Republican
Wow.
in my state that has always voted for gun control. Wow, you got to tell us what state this is. You should see some of the emails I get back from him. He seems to be always be sponsored of the anti-gun legislation. That is.
Damn.
That
We
is.
could look that up.
Yeah. You need to. Yeah. That is. That's a guy that needs to be. He needs to be voted out. That is not a Republican. That is a rhino.
I don't even know
Yeah.
if that's the case. That's probably less than that.
And the other question is: are you in a blue state or are you in a red state? And so if you're in a red state,
Ooh, Pat Toomey.
Yeah, Pat Toomey.
We'll get to
Uh,
that, WK.
yeah. Hold on. Let me go back to this. Pat Toomey. Yeah, that's his. I have to look him up.
Senator.
Senator Pat Toomey. Yeah,
Hmm.
I have to look him up and see what state that is. Um, explain the masses.
Explain to the masses.
Oh, explain to the masses what exactly purge is. Oh, the purge is free reign, lawlessness, no law. You're not going to be charged.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah, Illinois.
No, the Pat.
Oh,
Toomey's
he's in
from
Pennsylvania. Yeah, I wasn't reading that.
No problem.
I was trying to explain that. Thank you, Al.
Yeah,
And
go.
and so what's going to happen? I'm glad I'm not in that state. Basically, it's, that law in Illinois is going to give the people more rights than the police are, and it's going to tell the police if you violate any of these rights in this law, you're going to jail, you're losing your job. And
Okay,
so
just to back up real quick, what it is, there's a movie that's out, and I think it's about 3 parts at this point, 1, 2, and 3.
I've never
Right,
seen
and
not
the-
one.
And the movie is based upon there's a purge for 24 hours in the United States. You can do whatever you want and not suffer any consequences. And that's what this is based on. That's what a lot of people who read the law, first thing they thought of was this is the purge. And the purge is to reduce the population so that people who are strong live and people who are weak die. So the last iteration of the movie, it's like based upon this family that locked down, and the father was into security sales of cameras and devices that make a safe house and all that. And basically how their house is defeated, and some weirdo guys come after them because there was a homeless guy that just was out and about. And he's a military veteran, and he found refuge in their yard.
Apparently,
Son
you
lets him
seen the
in.
movie.
And they come after the family, and they want him because he beat up some of their guys, and he's still trying to survive. And that's what this is all about now. And then when you look at these laws and you talk about the purge, it's really not the purge, but it's really as close as you
can get it.
would get, right?
Yeah. Except they're going to have the law on their side,
right,
and the police won't have the law on their side.
The police,
Right.
It seemed to, and if you read that, you can't even get, you can't charge anybody for assaulting a public official.
It's going
It
to
says
put bail
public
bonds
official.
out
That
of
means
business too.
in public official, your police officers are at the low end. You got sanitation, police, dog catchers. Those are people out on the street. Then you go up from there to your, and to say up is probably
Who's going to get purged first? Is the police.
No,
Then they're going to go
the
after
front line. That's their front line.
Then they're going to go
Frontline
after the
workers.
private citizen.
Right.
Yeah. That's firefighters, rescue workers, all that's going to get hit.
If you
first.
have an alcohol board where they
Yeah.
go out and they're armed, or they have some type of certification, those guys are also public servants or
Right.
public officials.
It's free
You take
reign.
an oath. Put it that way. Anybody that takes an oath
Yeah.
to go out and do their job.
The
The
purge is free reign to do mass
killing, mayhem, whatever you want to do, with no consequences.
within so many hours.
24.
And only strong shall survive,
Yep.
and the weak shall perish. And that's what the movie was based on. I've never seen not one of them. I'm not like Al. I'm diverse in monster movies, and I'm not.
I like sci-fi.
I don't like sci-fi or horror. I think it's stupid. But
This is not horror. There's horror and sci-fi, two different genres, bro. You don't believe in the future. That's your problem.
no, I fell asleep during Star Wars, Star Trek, all those movies, and I didn't figure out what the hell Star Wars was all about until I saw this last movie. Then I realized, oh, that's what this is about.
And what is it about?
I have no idea. Bunch of people fighting in space,
Wow.
I'm not into that.
What about the Matrix? You didn't see that one either? They got guns in that one. You like guns?
I saw the Matrix. It was kind of whack because it didn't make a lot of sense. But I saw it. I had to watch it at least three. I had to watch it 3 times.
You ever read the Bible?
I read it off and on.
Okay. Neo,
Not from front to back.
You didn't recognize Neo? New Testament? Let me help you out.
No.
Neo,
No.
the New Testament,
No.
the Savior. The
Nah,
one.
I'm not like that, bro.
What you just read the book that it was a Bible? You read the cover?
I went in the first 3 cup were stories, and I fell asleep, got bored, whatever, and I was like, enough of this. It's not. I don't see the meaning of
Okay.
this because you're reading so much, and I'm sitting there trying to trying to define what the hell is the and though.
You read
I'm
those
like,
Bibles.
this is too
Thou
much,
art
man.
thou
Yeah, that
and
was
thou. Yeah.
that's too much for me. You know what I'm saying?
Shakespearean.
Yeah, I was like, I can't handle. I can't deal with that.
Yeah, I'm sure you read the Shooter's Bible. Exactly.
Oh yes, I did read the Shooter's Bible.
Mhm.
Yeah, I did read the Shooter's Bible. Yeah, that's a good book. So check this out, guys.
Yeah, this is wild.
UPS threatens to cancel all service for most gun
Most of the gun
companies
industry.
or in the industry.
They raised the bar.
They raised the bar. So they basically say, if you're going to boycott us, we're coming back at you. Now, UPS has stepped up the anti-gun campaign, requiring online sellers to ship an average of 50 guns daily to use these
The second day.
second day air service.
Mm-hmm.
Now, sellers who ship less than 350 guns a week risk losing their shipping accounts. Okay. So, in what UPS is doing, they're required to give customers a 10-day notice before cutting them off from this shipping service. So, these mom and pops gun stores, or you jackleg FF, huh?
They're gonna suffer.
Oh, they're gonna suffer. Are you
Mhm.
FFL? You guys just became FFLs, and you're running the business out of your home for the first year until you get a brick and mortar. You're done.
Yep.
Yeah, you're no longer going to be able to.
Well, at least they're done with UPS, and as we know, FedEx will be right behind them.
Right, and that is the caveat. FedEx has jumped into the play, and I'll get to that in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what UPS has done, they decided any company that is selling an 80% lower
Wow.
will be, check this out, will be destroyed, will be seized and destroyed. Now, Ghost Firearms has been going through this. They're out of Florida. They have over $30,000 worth of product that was in danger of being destroyed. So they had to quickly change out, and they said, well, we're going to screw you guys, and we're going to go to FedEx, right? Not so fast. All right. A month later, under pressure from Guilford's Law Center and Prevention of Gun Violence, FedEx followed suit and stopped 80% shipping, 80% lowers and receivers frames. Isn't that something?
Mm-hmm.
So now you can't go to UPS. Now you can't go to FedEx. So they basically just stopped the shipping at 80% lower. So, well, what's going to happen? You got to go to gun shows.
Right. Oh, okay. And the thing about it, if you think about this also, if you order ammo online, FedEx and UPS are your only choices.
Mm-hmm.
Their only choices.
Right.
So at this point, they got you over the barrel. Unless you figure you're going to get in your car and go drive. If you're getting something from, like, say, Palmetto State or Midway or anything.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter unless the facility is making the gear, like Palmetto State Armory. You go to a local shop is not going to be able to have this stuff, because now if they're not shipping in large truck volumes, by having freight trucks come in, they're not going to be able to keep up. And there's only a few places that we know is just doing this. But when they do that, what's going to happen? They're going to raise their prices, because now these guys are going to be the only place you can get the stuff unless you drive. Yeah, unless you drive to one of these facilities that do reloading, one of these facilities that produces their own ammunition, and go pick that stuff up, because all the mom and pops are going to be out of business.
Yep, and they're going to be hurting.
Yeah, this is a backdoor gun control. That's all this is. And I mean, it's a huge effort to try to get rid of firearms, ammunition, guns, and the shipment and the movement from legal law-abiding citizens' hands. This is the whole thing. Now check this out.
Wow, read that one right there with the numbers. There you go.
UPS receives. Let me highlight the whole thing so you guys can understand what I'm talking about here. UPS receives over 252 million per year from state and local federal subsidies annually. Isn't this something?
Mm-hmm.
So how are they telling us what to do with our firearms and our Second Amendments when they're receiving our taxpayer dollars to move our product?
Mm-hmm.
This is not making sense.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
And there's nothing illegal about 80%.
No, it's not illegal at all.
Mm-hmm.
It's totally legal.
So after 80% is gone, then they're not going to allow you to make ammunition.
Well, yeah. So the 80% gonna be gone. Then they get rid of the ammunition. Then what's gonna happen is they're gonna go after parts. We already seen they're coming after parts.
Mm-hmm.
The triggers.
They've already done it with
Yeah.
the 92. Was it 922R?
Mm-hmm.
And the stopping of most of the Russian kits.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's what they're doing. They're trying to they're stopping the all the Russian kits,
Mm-hmm.
all your lower parts, the triggers, all that stuff is being stopped by these guys. And they're not going after criminals. They're coming after you and I.
But you keep using the word trying. They are doing this, bro. They are doing this right now.
Right. They're doing it. Yeah. Yeah, they're doing it. They're not trying. They're actually doing it. And the market is coming down right now because the market is being flooded with so much stuff, and the demand has caught up with the supply. I mean, the supply has caught up with the demand, and so if
coming down.
Yes, they are on certain places.
Ammunition.
I've seen ammunition at regular prices online.
You saw ammunition at $9 a box for 50.
Under
$9 a box for 50.
Yeah, Palmetto State. They're doing it. And they only charge, and I went and put in 6 boxes at Palmetto State, and they only charge $8.50 for shipping and $4 and something for tax. So
tell me about that.
I'm sorry. But I thought you was on their mailing list.
I am. I didn't see nothing like that.
Oh yeah, it came out over the weekend. You know? And it was like, but the only problem is it goes back to now, are you going to use a credit card? You see what I'm saying? And so now if you start buying,
behold.
Yeah, see?
Wow.
There. Yeah. People start going to signing up for Palmetto State Armory, get on their mailing list, get on these guys. If you're not afraid of, if you got tax stamps like I am, you're already on the list. So you can get you some good ammunition at a good price. They don't jack up
it's still 30 cents a round.
30 cents a round is good. You know, the average price of 9mm was 47 to 65 cents. So 30 cents a round is actually pretty good, dude. That's $8 and $8.99 a box. Huh?
20, I was a 20-cent guy.
Oh, you're a 20-cent guy? I'm cheaper than that. I'm at 14 cents a guy when I reload my own.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about new production.
I'm just saying, if you want some clinking ammunition and you got a few extra dollars to throw.
Yeah, they got a 100-round box for $30.
Yeah, you can get you a 100-round box for $30.
That's $15.
It's actually pretty cheap. And
$15 for 50.
Right. And we got some reloading shops here that sell 9mm at some good prices. Don't buy the 45. It's too expensive. But check your mom and pops locally, because what's going to happen, the market is being flooded right now. And people are still saying the gun shows are pretty good for deals and stuff too. I haven't been to one in 15 years, so I'm planning on going to one just and just to see, and see what I can pick up and check out. And but it's interesting times we're living in, guys. I mean, they're coming. I mean, these guys are hitting us front, back, left, and right. with everything they got. They're throwing it all on the wall because they know November is their time. They're running out.
Yes.
Time is running out for them. So they know if they don't get this thing done now, and it'll never happen because they're trying to restrict people from getting firearms and owning firearms. So when this bill 1808 goes through the Senate, it'll get voted on, and immediately it passes, and confiscation happens, and that meaning people won't have that. They won't. All the new people won't be prepared, basically.
Right.
And so it's the same way they're trying to get people to do this brace embassy. Do not do that. Do
Definitely.
not turn in those braces. Do not take a picture. Do not get that stamp because you'll be setting yourself up
You'll be
for
the first in line.
for confiscation. And because right now braces is a non-serial number item, and there's no way they will know you have it if you bought it unless the company itself is turning them in. And I know for a fact Palmetto is a Second Amendment company, and they're not going to be probably doing that. They're huge for Second Amendment. So take advantage of them. And look at this guy right here. He's go ahead and buy me something too, Reggie, and give it to Al. He'll give it to me later. give me whatever you're gonna give me. You know what I'm saying? I'll be good.
Merry Christmas.
But, yeah, Merry Christmas. But hey, my man, look at here.
That's
Big
it, Mike Smith.
What's up, Mike? How you doing, my man? And but stay on Palmetto. Palmetto is a great site. It's crack for me. I have to watch the emails because I've caught myself a few times today having something in the queue. I had put it all the way in the queue and enter the credit card and stuff like that. Like, no, and dump out.
Yeah, it's easy. All you gotta do is click a few buttons. It
is crack, man.
Mike.
But it's so you gotta really be careful. But they got some good stuff out there. I mean, they were selling the 2-for-1s. They're what was it? Their carbine and AR-15 along with their PSA pistol. The dagger. And there was under $699 or $724, depends on what combination was good.
Right.
The deals are crazy. And that dagger, you can pick that thing up for $374 or $399. If $399 is for the quality and I think it's the dark tone, yeah, $374. But the dagger is, they said that's all the reports is a Glock beater, and they say it shoots well, shoots flat. It got high rise sights on it. It's got extended barrel with threads. It also has a flat plate in the back for a red dot. I mean, they really did everything to that gun. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Let's see. He said, "What's that? I've gotten great deals from Classic Firearms." Oh yeah, Classic Firearms. Yeah, that is another great place. Yeah, Classic Firearms. I've been watching those guys for a long time. I haven't bought anything from them, but they have some very good prices. I mean, their prices just blow you away. It's like you're like, these guys are, what are they, drug dealers or what? You know, it's like some of their prices be so great. You know. Let's see. Love the show. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Mike. Thank you for supporting. You know, appreciate you. We like your videos out there too. They look pretty good, man, on IG. Keep them up. You know. And so it's I bought some stuff locally, and so I stay in the local lane, and I'm getting ready to start pushing the local lane a little bit harder because I really haven't been doing it. So I'm a reloader, guys, and for me to go out and purchase ammunition is a hard thing for me to do because I reload, and I'm pretty stocked up from my reloads, what I need. And I haven't shot competition pistol in the last couple years, so I haven't really been burning through ammunition and or powder or projectiles. So I've just been sitting on stuff because COVID and kind of messed everything up,
And I'm
and
a scavenger. I
yeah.
keep buying whenever I see it. 500 here, 1,000 here, and whatever you get, keep buying.
Hmm.
It doesn't expire.
No.
Um,
Yeah, so I'm gonna get into that mindset now. I just want to start getting some reports with some of these local shops too.
mhm.
And one of the biggest ones we have right here in Georgia, I recommend a lot of people go to. What's the one Omar works at?
Oh, mm, wow. Army
Army
Navy,
Navy store
Forest Park, Army
in
Navy.
Forest Park.
Yep.
People get down there and check these cats out, man.
Go local, guys. Support
When I
local.
walked in that store reminded me of a old style surplus store with a new flair.
Yep.
I was blown away with the stuff. I haven't even walked around the store there yet. So I'm
Hmm.
planning on when I go down to the range this week to go see my boy Al here. And on the way back, I'm gonna stop in and take a little time and look around,
Right.
and see what I can find. But that's
Hmm.
that's a great
And
place.
there's the nice one up by you too.
Which one?
Adventure Outdoors, one of the largest ones in the country.
No, don't go there, people. Their prices are way too high. Normally, I do cash at local dealers mostly. Yes, that's the way to do it.
Hmm.
And
Well,
uh,
what I meant by that is, if you need something, they're gonna have it. You're
no,
gonna
no,
pay
no,
out the ants for it,
don't,
but
don't, don't. I
if you
don't
need
recommend.
something right now and you can't wait the 2 day shipping, they got it.
Buy it on Amazon.
That's 2 days later. You want it in
don't
hand?
don't go over there. Don't go
Hmm.
over there. The prices are not. They're not good.
They're not.
They're not good. They're not good, bro. They're not good.
But if you absolutely have to have it
No.
now,
If I have it now, I just go into one of my boxes or my crates, and I'll find it. I'll find something in there I need. Somebody said that Mike Smith. He said he'd go up there all the time. Yeah,
I think he was talking
I think
about
that's
Forest
Venture
Park.
Outdoor or Forest
No, he's
Park.
on Forest Park.
Yeah, Forest Park. That's a nice place. It really is. The people in there are
Good
very
folks
nice.
too.
Yeah, and good selection. Very knowledgeable folks.
This
And
unsolicited opinion here.
yeah, I mean, it's just when I find a good shop, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna come here and talk about that shop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So that's one of the shops we're gonna talk about, and and we're gonna start supporting them, and they support us.
Hmm.
So we're gonna start sending folks to them, and I'm gonna start spending some of my extra cash when I'm in that area down there to them.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, they're good folks and they work with you. It's the same as I guess Samurai Jitsu is implying when you do cash, you get better deals.
Oh yes,
Hmm.
yes, yes.
And
A
they'll
lot,
offer you a better deal if you let
yeah,
them
a
know you
lot
can
of
give
the
them
local
cash.
shops I have went in, and when I've had cash and I had my eye on something in the store, and I see it, I keep going in there every couple of weeks, and I see they're not selling it, and they got a set price on it, and they don't have a sale price on it, and nobody's buying it. I go in there and I offer them a cash price that's at least $100 off of what they're asking for, and usually they'll come back and split that in half,
Hmm.
and that's what I usually do, and it's been very successful. And I do the same thing at the gun shows too, and I offer a cash price. And if they don't take it, they won't take it, And
Right.
but most of them, if they come back with an offer, take that offer. You know what I'm saying? Don't sit there and try to haggle in between that offer
Right.
because they're gonna tell you to get out of the store. You know what I'm saying?
$5.
Yeah, come, it's not worth it. You know what I'm saying?
Because if you really want the item, you need to go ahead and
Right.
pony up.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's the way it goes. You guys got any questions you want to ask us real quick? Do you want to talk about something in your gun world? Anything's been hitting you guys up? Anything we missed, we didn't cover? 'Cause
The Beretta 92 FS is still the greatest gun in the world.
who?
The
What?
Beretta
What is that?
92 FS
Oh yeah,
is
yeah,
still
it
the
is.
greatest gun in the world.
It is. I still don't own one. I'm gonna get one if I have to. come over to your house.
Hey man, you can borrow it.
Yeah.
I just saw. I think they're gonna call it a staccato killer, or at least a champion to the staccato. It's called the Springfield Armory Prodigy.
Get out of
Have you
here.
seen that? Yep, it's pretty much the
Springfield's
same
horrible,
thing.
dude.
I know, but this is the only one that stepped up. Similar bull barrel, design
I
2011.
ain't buying no Springfields.
2011.
Sorry.
I would wait until maybe give it at least 6 months. It came out last week.
No.
Yep.
No.
Well, it's a Springfield design because it's a 1911 design. It's not the Croatian rebrand of a Croatian gun. It's actually something Springfield designers put together.
Oh, okay.
The 1911s are not bad. That XD, no.
Yeah. XD was the worst gun ever made. Well, no.
But it's not the
Ruger,
worst.
the Ruger P89 and the Ruger P90 was the worst guns ever made. So then the second
Those
worst
guns have
Springfield.
cult followings.
Yes, they do.
The Ruger.
Yeah.
There's people who love those guns. You go on these forums, and there's guys that are still talking about how great that gun was.
Oh wow.
You can tell they're not shooters as soon as
Yeah.
you
That sloppy trigger on there.
Yes, exactly.
Oh my God. He said gun shows are the best places to negotiate. Yes, they are. I found my Sega 12 at the gun show. I paid $600 for it for a Sega 12.
Thanks,
cash.
WK. I just brought it up because I actually saw Mike was on, and Mike has a staccato, and Mike's staccato is really nice. So I was looking at the alternative, which is possibly a Prodigy, but not anymore. But we feel about AR pistol braces without the brace AR.
These questions are flying in. All right, let me try to catch up here. Which one are you talking about, Al?
Right there. How do you feel about using the AR pistol without the brace?
Okay.
From the cheek.
Without the brace? Fine,
because
what are you talking about?
It has like a little foam stopper on the bottom.
Oh no, yeah, you can do it, but you better zero it like that.
Mm-hmm.
And if you zero it like that, it still works.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's how they originally came out.
Yeah. So
the first time I saw one, it was like 2000 something, and I said, "Why?" Put a stock on it, and then people explained to me there was a pistol. I'm like, okay, it still serves its purpose, but like Al just said, make sure that you put a you zero it in with the lower end of the cheek, because your face is from here to here.
Right now, braces are not illegal, so put a brace on there. Who's gonna know? You know what I'm saying? And
the next one is the Prodigy has problems right out the box, won't feed standard ball ammo. Now that's ridiculous.
Yes,
I didn't look it up.
Yeah, cheap.
Probably low angle feed.
Cheap.
It's not cheap. It's about.
Oh, it's not cheap. Yeah,
16. But
I know. I'm saying, but they messed up in the quality control. How did that even go out the door? You know what I'm saying?
They're trying to catch up, because the staccato design is unique, and it's great. The design of what they did is pretty much what everybody does with Glocks when they finish them. They put a barrel in, and they try to get it going, right? Right. So
they still can't shoot. He's talking about the ones that put the ARs up to the cheek.
Right.
They still can't hit anything. Yeah, which is true.
He says he's shooting a Springfield next week. He'll let us know what he thinks of it.
Which one? Prodigy?
Probably.
Yeah. Do a video on that, man. I definitely want to see that.
And I just heard about it this past week, and I looked it up real quick, and I was like, it's a good concept. And then staccato starts at like 18 to 2.
Yeah, but that's ridiculous for handguns, man.
Right. And
who's paying that kind of price for
12.
handguns?
Right.
I am not paying that for a handgun. It's no way. No way.
That's a lot of ammo right there.
Yeah, I'll go back to the old brick Glock. She looks rough.
That's a trip. That's a dang week-long trip.
Right. She looks rough. All right. Appreciate it, Mike. Yeah. The Glock looks like a homeless woman in the woods, but she always gonna be there. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, damn.
I mean, it is. I mean, it's like owning a Pinto. Well, not a Pinto. what was the
A Gremlin?
Datsun? The Datsun.
Datsun.
Datsun came before the Toyota. Then on
What are you talking
Nissan.
about? The 210, the B210?
Yes. Yes. Those things were running till the wheels fell off of them.
That's right.
Yeah. So, yeah,
And
it's like
on a quarter tank of oil too. You have to keep it full.
exactly right. Never tune them up. Never do anything.
Oil
Just
like sludge.
yeah.
And you hear that tick 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 tick, and here we go.
Right.
That
Right.
engine kick in and they go on.
So another week, guys. Keep your eyes posted on your local elections, and pay attention to what's going on out there, and keep your heads on the swivel. You know,
Yep.
and there's a lot happening in the world right now. We're due for another mass shooting. It's coming, always coming. Be prepared, and it's going to be
Psyops.
severe. And it's going to be all over the news, and it's going to be to help push HR 1808. That is the goal.
And you're still out there.
So, yeah. So we still got another month to go. We got the month of October to go through, to get through. And so if this bill don't get on the floor, that's what we're trying not to do, this bill to get on the floor. Let's see. What's this last question here? I worked with a G17. Can't beat a Glock.
Yep.
Nope.
He's
That's right. That's right.
Damn near.
Can't beat them.
indestructible.
Yeah. You can use them as a hammer or whatever you want to use them with. But that is the goal. Watch the news, get your ammo, get your gear, get your stuff together, and just train. Get out there and train, because you never know when we have to use this stuff in real life, and hope we don't. And that is the purpose. It's not to, but you be prepared to. Just have to say that. You got anything, Al?
Yep. Like, subscribe, guys. Share. Put it
Yeah.
out there for us, man. We're growing. We got some momentum coming, and we're trying to keep that staying on the wave, so to speak. We're on the high tide, and we just want to bring it on in. We're getting bigger.
Yep.
Thanks to
And
you guys.
we appreciate everybody who supports this channel and chat and watches every week. I know it's not easy. Al, it's not easy on the eyes, you know. And I have to. I just had to say that, man.
Yeah,
And
I'm just gonna dodge that one this time.
right.
I get you when you're not ready.
Right. And we appreciate you. We appreciate every single one of you. We see you guys in the range.
See you in the range. Alex,
All right.
the Jujitsu Samurai.
Samurai. There he is. Out. Now he's laughing now. All right, my man. We're gone. We're out.
Guys.